just had to do that. Don't forget to subscribe to that guy's channel. Okay, so we did a tutorial earlier about the door. So we're gonna actually look at security systems. So you get to understand on security. Right now, I'm actually building stuff, and I have my handy dandy mechanic with me. So we have a nice little museum that's being worked on. And of course, we still have some things that we still have to put down. But anyway, during construction, you may notice that you want to actually keep some stuff secure. So we want to make sure that our wonderful thieves can't ship out the fossils. Because, you know, we have someone named Mr. Neil Caffrey that decides to steal stuff. We're also supposed to put paint in here and various of things. And she's incredibly happy for some odd reason. So, we're going to actually figure out security measures. To do this, we're going to actually use several advanced little things. From using the programming board to even locking down doors, preventing people from escaping, or even going to the dropship here. That means any missing item, or in this case when the security is armed, only the security guard down here, which is our wonderful archaeologist, will be able to do the all clear. And we also have like all the lighting and even the turrets, which you can turn back on and off, which we can do all simultaneously. So we have 3 panels that can open and close doors, and we have our wonderful museum pieces here. So we really don't want these pieces getting into the wrong hands, or in this case, some thieves' hands. Let's go to our workshop. And as you can tell, there's a few little monsters hanging around, because there's this right here. That's why. So we're going to actually put a door here. Yes, it's not really a secure door, but you get the point. Alright, so this place does not have a working actual thing. So let's get a pixel printer and a wiring table. A second. There we go. And that means we can now take away these guys here. So we want to keep the medical stuff here. Alright. So now we have this guy and this one. Means now, because I do all these jobs, I get a tons of monies. You can actually print this stuff out. So let's go to our thing here. Computer would stop lagging. So we're going to actually use this. No. And just as an added security, we're going to have a hand and fingerprint scanner. You know, like most security does. You can actually do foundry stuff, but we're really looking into stuff here. It's raining, so we have some neat little things that we can do. And here we go. Motion detector. Stands. If I can't see you, there's will still. So we're gonna get a few motion detectors. We need a lot of motion detectors. Let's get 100. Of course, since it's raining, my frames have dropped. We're gonna get another. When that's done, we're going to get a wall-mounted keypad. We already have some stuff in here already, so we can talk about the remote stuff soon, along with the other panels and environmental controls. This is a later tutorial. Actually, the environmental controls and microchips work very well together, ironically, including a few other mods here that I have already selected. I'd like to close this. I can't. Okay, I think that's enough motion detectors. Let's get another keypad. We just need one. And also, we can set up an elevator later. And that's a whole another tutorial where you can actually shut off stuff. Alright. So, let's get this thing working. So, yeah, I thought we were gonna need one keypad, but we actually need two. That means we go to our here. I'm probably just gonna be using the is it? You can set this up in various ways. This is just my version because we have two doors that kind of well, let's just edit this because it's kind of driving me nuts. So we're gonna actually use the door here and put that up there so we have room. Alright. We also have this board, which is the door commands. We still have this from the earlier episode. So let's put down fossil, which we probably should put this in the lab, which I haven't done yet. That there. What's this here? It's not a medical station. Why is that here? I don't know. Okay, so we have motion detector. And we also have, what else is in my inventory? We also have the proximity sensor. Perfect for automatic doors. So, I'm actually going to put down some other things here. Like alarms. Yep. See how it automatically goes off? So we want these to go off when there's actually an intruder. You also put one in the office here too. If I can actually get up there. So let's wire these up before they drive me nuts. Let's go down to our program box. That means we're going to use the what was it? What color were they? Blue. Okay, so that means we have to connect it to the first system here. Remember, more alarms, the more you have to do, so I kind of don't want any more annoying things. So, did you know you can actually select with another mod I use? So, just to let you know, these things here do have some issues. That was a glitch. So, this means we can actually take out the bypass. So that means now them can do whatever. And we're going to take out the bypass here. And we're going to be putting in a whole new system. Alright. Where's the other one? Okay, here it is. So 1 is the alarms. Well, in this case, I think 13 is 13, and then we're going to do 14, which ironically is going to go to the doors. That means we're locking ourselves in. Perfect. Yeah. And we have all the doors set on this. It's a thief's worst nightmare, technically. Now we get the keypads, which we can drag all the way over to 2. Alright. Here's 2. Oh, here's 2. So we're gonna need keypads for more stuff, like the doors here. Like these guys right here, we're also going to we're going to grab another one and put that to 3. Now this right here, if we just unassign, is actually going to be the alarm terminal. So that will be 1. Let's turn it on so we have the idea of what's going on. The light system, on the other hand, we can actually turn off and on by this panel. But we can also encode it where it will be also in here too. Alright. Not to overload you guys with stuff. And that means we also have these turret systems here too, which is also another security feature. And we don't want that. In fact, we can turn off and on our security via, we connect this to 15, so we can turn it off, on, and on when we need to. So they're not just automatically using stuff. Remember, if you like these tutorial series, put down a like so I know I should resume making these, and I know that they're really good and popular. With that, now let's take a look at the comments, and if there's any other issues, we can fix that. And I can immediately repair any damage. So now all the doors are functioning. If we want, we can sync the lights if we want. You can do that later. It's a simple switch, which I can show you. So let's go and let's connect the lights here. So we want a few lights to be on, but we don't want all of them to be on. So this system is going to be a bit more advanced. Obviously, I'm going to shut off all the lights here. And we're going to keep this office light on so our worker can do stuff. So we're going to put that over here. There. So we can activate this. Alright. Actually, yeah, that's going to be 4. And this is going to be 5. And 5 is going to access all the lights. So when the place opens, we will have all the other things. So we need to remember which one goes to which. I believe it's... oh yes, this one here. Kind of a brain fart, sorry. And of course, my character has a light pack on, so we can continue to see. We're going to get all the stuff here in the museum to go down. Oh, and if you're wondering, this museum will have more on its way, so that means we'll have to do some more encoding, which will be good. And yeah. Because we're turning off all the lights, this also means this place is vulnerable to an attack. But because I'm the only one on the server, we don't have to worry about that. We can keep these lights on because it's the teleportation bay. Cool, right? Alright. Now the hard part. Actually, because all the panels are on, we want those on so we can identify what is active. Alright. What was that noise? Oh yeah, I'm still in the chat. Alright. Now the fun part. And of course, before I forget, we're going to back up this as security. So that means we can go to our handy dandy work table, select it. Of course, we always have to rebuild everything because I'm one of those engineers that have to go around and help people. And we can get the macrochip thing, which I'm in admin mode, so I can craft this without needing the stuff. So you need dorsum, copper wire, silicon, a RAM stick, and a battery. Let's make that real quick, so we can save our stuff, and it'll be easy access. So we have another panel, and because I kind of want to do that, now we can actually see this panel. We still have, oh no, it actually disappeared. Each workstation won't have everything, so we'll actually have to insert this select the empty, and upload. There we go. And this will have the door protocol in here. And we'll have this as another protocol. You can actually set multiple protocols, but we're just focusing on this. So let's build that security system. Hello, welcome back, wizard. So let's go take a look at our components. Thank you. Actually exit this so I don't get any interruptions. So output 1. Alright, now we're going to actually put down labels. First, if I remember right, output 1 is the alarms. So we're going to put alarm. Alright. Of course, I can't spell for crap today, so there we go. Okay, so I can't put directly. Why can't I click? Oh yeah, that's right, enter. And we can click down right there. And then we can go down to 13. And we're going to actually do some other stuff. Okay, do you remember what 13 was? 13 is all the alarms. So that means... Uh-oh. Crap. I believe that was the doors. Yep, those were the doors. So that means 14's all the doors. I hate when I do that. I'm thinking I'm playing Factorio, but I'm not. That's bad. So we need to quickly reassign all those doors. And of course, most thieves won't have a mana manipulator. And there's also a shield generator that prevents that you can actually put down. That will actually stop that. If you're the admin, of course. Okay. Now we're going to be unprogramming this. We're going to be taking this out and then we're going to make a copy of it. A good way of actually keeping all your data secure is to keep it in these. And you can have it on your ship. Remember, people can access it. Alright. Now, since we have that, so 14 is the doors. So, and 13 is the alarm. Kind of want to actually edit that. We can't edit directly, so we have to make it. So, we're going to actually put ADT. Enter. Just like that. Press labels again. Select. And 13 is, I believe, the alarms. So I put red light. Enter. Of course, we can also set this up. So right now, ADT is currently armed. And we have to set it up for the other part. So when ADT goes off, we want all of the systems to actually lock out. We right click again to 14. Remember what 14 was? Alright, that's right. Doors. Enter. Click. There we go. We want to make sure we name all these so it's easier to remember. Helps me out. Remember what 15 was? Let's go take a look at what 15 was. So 15 is actually the... here we go. This is the actual door system. This is the actual, let's see if I can actually track this. 15 goes to the lights. See here, 13, 14, 15. So 15 is the lights. So we're also going to need to put another label. Left click. Lights. Enter. Left click. There we go. Now, technically, that's 16. Now why is this guy connected to? That means you may have to double check your work. The reason why I'm double checking it is because I'm trying to actually... Okay, so this guy goes up here, so that's this line. Up, and that's the... Okay, these are the turrets. Okay, just making sure. So that means 13, 14, 15. So let's go back up. We don't have to delete that. 15 is going to be enter. Oh yeah. And then let's connect those just yet. 14, 16. Which I believe are the lights. There we go. You can also select. Now, we now know the input is, this is the alarm. So that means when we set up the alarm, this is ADT right here. So that means this is active. Now, obviously, we have kind of a problem. Remember how we connect all these guys to one circuit? We can't do that in a setup, because that means we'll open up all the doors. So we don't want that. So we'll have to reassign things. That means we have 4, 5, now we're going to have 6. Now 7, 8, 8, 9. And because all the doors are linked in a certain way, we'll have to reprogram them as well. So down here. Remember? Alright. So all the doors will be able to be opened and closed a certain way. So that means I'll start at the top and then work my way down. Alright. So at the tippy top, select this, go down. That's 15, 16, 17, 18. 18? Let's just love the wildlife here. 19, 20. I've already covered all this. Put 20 over here. 21. There. Alright. Now obviously we have a lot of wire junctions here. So I'm gonna work on that. Alright. So we have all the turrets offline. We have a wonderful dropship. Okay. So now we can get all those out, and of course we can actually access this now. Okay. Remember what 1 was? 1. Let's see here. 1 should actually. Let's see here. You can tell with the wire mess. It should be going on this line here, going all the way up. That means it's this wire right here. So it's the alarms. That's 2. I believe. Yeah. And of course, we're looking at the wrong thing, so it means it could be one of the 2 here. Okay, yeah, that's right. It's the data pads. You know what? Just so we can make it a little easier, we already have it all wired. So let's actually declutter and set up slowly, because I can't tell what I'm doing, and that is bad because I should write down all the notes, which I failed to do. So that means let's deconnect all the stuff. There we go. Okay. So we already have all the things written. So red lights are 13. Because I don't want to actually hear it, we'll assign those first. This is just like a retake, but please bear with me, because one. There we go, and then we have ADT, which goes to 1. All right. Well, let's actually go into that. Sorry for the confusion. There we go. Okay. That means the turrets will activate. So let's press Z. Like that. Alright, so ADT. This should be all set up technically. Next, we're going to put down for 2. Alright, so we're going to actually do lights for 2. So light switch. Light. Put switch. There we go. I know it's terrible spelling, but you guys get the idea. Alright. So simply let's get the lights over here. So we can actually remove the tags too, so you don't forget. So you hook that up. So that means now we have 2 right here. So have 2 right here. Turn that on. So we can hook these up as we go. Probably should have done that. Yes. So we're going to hook up. And of course, did you notice my mistake? Someone must have noticed my mistake, because that means I'm not sent. Remember what it was? I'm sure we could do like tie buoys. You know? In fact, we can actually hold control. How am I doing? Alright. Alright, so you see my mistake? What I did? These mistakes are common. So, technically, doors is not that anymore. We can right select, take away 16, and we can put 14 down. We can put lights here, doors over here. That means once we apply it, once we have to press the escape key, all the lights turn on now. That means now we can see. But all these doors are now open. It's kind of a deep an error. Let's go back here. What those two are talking about. So we have ADT, which has to be armed. Now, of course, we have the red lights on 13. So we're gonna first work on ADT now. ADT is our alarm system. So we have red lights here. Looks like I'm going in circles. Alright, so we're going to do something called buffer. Actually, no. What's it called? Yes. Excuse me. There's going to be more in the way it looks like. Alright. So we're going to need this setup because we actually have to do multiple things. ADT requires another input, so we're going to need a buff inverter. Alright, so when ADT's on, so the red lights will automatically go on. That's what we didn't want. But we need another thing in here, which will be 2. Actually, 3. 3 is going to be the sensors. There's also a latch gate as well we need. So when this trips, when it trips, we need to actually, randomizer. Where's it? Switch. This one's on, true and connected. So when this is on, we want to able to disable it too. So this is the fun part. I think this tutorial is going a little too far. No cooldown timer. Let's have a timer. Launch gate. Okay, so we actually may need a launch gate. So here's a 3 input. Technically need 2. So when ADT's on, what is it? We're gonna actually need a AND gate instead, because we may have messed up. The reason why I'm doing all these mess ups. Enter. I'm putting that as a small thing, so we can actually put detect. That's what it's supposed to stand for. Over here. That means when this alarm is active, detect requires this to go off. So that means we have to put down the detectors. We can apply that. So put down the detectors. We're going to need. We have it, which is actually our motion detector. For some reason it looks like this. I'm thinking of actually getting rid of it. Proximity detector instead. So when this turns on, so if we walk away from it a good distance, it's red. So that means we can select it, go over here, and we'll go to it, the alarms go off. What's going on here? This is what happens when you don't have the door is secure, because we have this. Yes. We're gonna need to put down more of these guys down. Until what race I picked. So. Of course, all of our friends are going to. We can actually go to the player menu, which apparently there should be a mod that you know, does this type of stuff. Like you're able to make all of the things. Technically, I would. Here's a shield generator. This will protect an area, and you'll have to bypass ways of actually fixing that. We have our motion detector, liquid sensor. A wall-mounted keyframe, drain, light sensor. You can also put a light sensor in too. Let's get 10 of those, because when light sensor goes off and ADT's not armed, there we go. Primary sensor. This should be Quest 20. There we go. Hey developers, if you're watching this, can you please make those craftable? Thanks. Or someone that has good modding skills make them craftable, because you can't get it from here. If we select this, we can actually go to Pixel Crafter. What is it called? I don't want to type it exact, because, you know. As I lag. So yeah, we don't have that. We do have a small shield generator which we can craft, which is good. Proximity. What was it? Oh. Yeah, we don't have that. We really don't have it. Okay. So we can go over here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you can actually craft it. Never mind. Okay, so we can actually craft it, which is good. So now we're gonna actually put them down. So ADT's armed right now. What sucks is I can't put these things down correctly right now. There's ways of actually doing this. I can actually put it up here. Can't put it where the dinosaur is. Let's actually disable ADT. There. Notice how when I disabled ADT, the scanners will go off, saying there's something here. Next, we're going to actually put a light sensor in. So, this means when ADT is armed, it will detect that. And if someone turns on the lights or have a backpack with them, the alarm will go off. Now, obviously, places like this will be closed this time. I'm also going to need a proximity sensor right here. Of course. There we go. So we'll probably edit this more later, because that doesn't make any sense. So we now have two things here. Notice how the lighting system is different. Alright, so we have two. Now we have no lights whatsoever. Of course, that means I have light myself. So let's go and select. I think this is a glitch. Yes, 4. Let's actually take out my backpack. Put the lighting sensors in here. So that means this should be in here. Okay, so we have the sensor, which is on 3. The reason why I'm separating these is quite simple, actually. Okay. We do have a light issue right here. So let's fix that. There. Now it should be dark enough in here. Knowing the light. So bastards keep turning off and on the thing. That's kind of funny. And for some reason, this is still going green. That means this is gonna give false alarm. So we don't really need the light sensor, but it's there. The reason why I'm taking away the light sensors is that's just too much. It's overkill in security. But proximity sensor helps. Alright. Now since we have ADT armed, now all the proximity sensors will automatically go off. That's right. And there's also a command setup that you can actually have like a shield generator down below or on this place, and it will protect the area. To do this, we'll need to actually dig out an area. So that's that. Now, actually, I should focus on the tutorial. Alright, now since we have ADT all set up, the detectors and the alarms will both can tell it. So that's how we got this done. So we now have that done. Next, we're going to be working on the doors part. Now the doors, on the other hand, have to be set up a certain way. And that means we are going to need to look at our ADT. We're also going to need to look at some other things too. Alright, so doors going underneath ADT down here, along with the guns, but we'll set that up very shortly. So doors. Alright, let's go get another retrieving. And 2 is light, 3 is detect, 4. Alright, so 4 is going to be multiple things. See how the detect automatically goes? So we're going to do top door. There, okay. Now 4, I should go and comply with this. We're going to actually change it. So when we have a buffer, it's going to need to rotate, which we can't for some reason. Actually have it where this goes here, this goes here, then we can move it. Go here. Now top door, so that's 16. So that's, let's see here, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 is going to have the top door done. It's here. And then, we'll actually access this again. Okay, 4 is going to be that. Okay, so 4 is there. Now, when we try opening it, there we go. Now, we're going to actually test ADT real quick. My game. Okay, now this should automatically cancel out. Yep, it automatically cancels out the door lock. But we can also see how it goes off. I can't open it. I can open it now. The door will stay stuck in its position. There is some command lines that can actually be done, but that requires an advanced mod. So, we have all the doors that are going to be done here. We can disable that. That's the lights. And then you have this right here, which will be a for the turrets. So I'm going to keep that on. Alright, so the top door is already selected, so we're going to use, see here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is going to be this right here. And then 8. So that's, okay, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so now we have to actually get 20 set up. Alright, you can also move this down so you can actually see what you're doing. So we already have the top, so that's 8 that has to be put in. That's another door control system that we also have to set up here. Go to 8. We can also put in door commands too, but it's there. So this door goes up to top left. Press enter. There we go. I mean, now this is giving off the same thing. We actually have to clone that. Alright, so another one of these. Alright, and the best part is we can actually link off of that. Oh, no, we can't. Alright. Means now we actually have to, where it was? 20. I think it was 23 actually. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so we need 20. Okay. We can actually delete this. Hit top door. Now, I have a feeling someone's going to actually make something else. Left click. Left top. Door. Lock. Enter. Put that in. There we go. And we can apply that. I mean, it's now the door will be functional because someone accessed it. Close this. It closes. Cool, right? We do need some lights over here, though. So we'll put those lights in later. I just gotta remember what light does what. Oh, just disconnect that so we can. Yeah. Probably should put a vending machine down here. Okay. So. Now we have the doors down here. I recommend setting something right here and have it where you can actually have employees come in and out, or even a small little apartment thing, which I'm thinking of doing. So our friend here can actually come and sleep. Alright. Next part is 15. Alright, let's go back to here. So that's 15 right here is the turrets. And here. Okay, so this right here is going to be the turret command. There's nothing powering it right now. Yes, there is. Okay. I'll go here. Wait. Oh no. Okay, so that's going to be the turret command. There we go. What the fuck? What is with these little critters making my day very difficult? And they're supposed... Oh my god. That explains it. That explains how they all got in here. That explains a lot how they're getting in. So I must activate the keypad. Like this keypad's gonna be separate, so we don't have to align it. So we'll have to go here and get the door system set up here as well. Same command too. Same build. That was a lag. Here. Go to the last one. Yeah, I must be coming down with something. Okay. Remember, we put it to the last one of each vector. That means 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's up to 12. Yeah. 12. And there we go. 4, so 24 is the end. Alright. Alrighty. So we're gonna place... What are we gonna place? Okay, 3-stage buffer. Alright, now you can actually make this organized, which I'm going to disconnect all of these. That here. And we can probably go like this. There we go, so it's purple. Select again. Select again. There we go. And now we can hook this up. There we go. So it's red. And voila. Now we remember what we have to do. So that room is called side door. Oh. And then here's the other part. And click lock out for door. Enter. Yeah. Now we have that all set up. Means if we go there, the door should work. That means you can open and close your thing. We're gonna probably have to move this soon over in this general area because you know how it has servers and stuff, everything. We're gonna move all that stuff down there. Alright, so here's the fun part. Oh, we can arm ADT, turn it off, turn it on, and we still need to arm our turrets. So, what does that mean? That means 2 is turrets. Looks of it. Means we don't have 2. That's light is actually 2. Makes sense. Oh, it's actually this right here, so that's 5. Alright. So, now the fun part. Alright, so now we have the guns. I'm going to move this over here, so it's less confusing. Alright. It's 13 that we have to make. So, we go all the way to... Ooh, dear. 5, that's right, 5. We have nothing else in here. So we're going to actually do the same thing again. But this time, we're going to just make another buffer. But we also want to be able to enable them at any time. So, we don't want a buffer. We actually want... that's it. Or, there we go. So that means we'll delete this buffer here. Turn this into gun on slash. Oh, no slash. Okay, this work? Nope. Man. Okay, 3. Space off. Enter. Alright, so we can turn this on, doing this, and then doing that. So it should stay on. ADT, when it's enabled, we can shut off the gun, turn it on, go here, and it should turn on the turrets automatically. So when we turn on ADT, the guns turn on regardless. Shut off ADT. Alright, so we now know 15 is it. So that's 13, 14, 15. Alright, let's select 15 here. Because the turrets are already on, the turrets won't do anything. Alright. I hope everyone's enjoying this tutorial so far. Or if I made it too confusing, please leave a comment saying you just confused the hell out of me. Which I'm okay with. Okay. We just made a nice little area. So this, we're going to set up separately. So remember those other things? What the hell? Okay. Now we have the alarm button. This is another separate thing, which we're going to need to do. This is a remote microchip, which is, I think, a bit broken, but we'll do something like that. So when we press, alright, so this is going to be a little bit more difficult. So right here, hopefully, do that. This is another type of ADT system. Let's go select this. So what do we assign it as? We assigned it as, let's see, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have to go to 6. Is 6 already taken? Nope. Let's go over, grab this, go to 6, place that down, let's rotate. And mind you, this is going to get more bigger as we go along. Okay, now this one is actually the, oh my god, something got stolen. G. Put that in. It's like that. And now this is one of those type of things that will automatically stay on. To do this, okay, sorry, just had to stretch. To do this, we're going to need, oh god, half other, no, detector. So, 8, okay. So we're going to be doing something like this again, right? Since it's a button, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Trying to remember which one does which. What's gate? True. Buffers. So we also need a reset key. Alright, so the reset, I believe that's the reset right there. So we'll have to put that over here. See how it goes like that? We could actually remove the button because we don't have the actual thing for it, so sad face. Because I just realized we don't have it. So we can put down 6. So when 6 is not active right now, that is strange. Oh yeah, it's 5. 6 is right here. There. So 6 should be giving power right now. So what we're going to do here, simple. When 6 goes off, we can actually do here, go, and here we go. Now obviously the alarm's not going off. So right away we have oh my god going off. This for some reason won't go off. Why is that? Because we did not set up the command right. So the guns are going correctly, but we have a problem. Okay. So I'm going to actually put the wire right here, there. This will automatically bypass the system. Let me do that. The alarms automatically go off, and that's pretty much there. We shut that off, everything returns back to normal. Turn on ADT. Voila. There. I think I've done a good tutorial on how this works. Alright. This probably took a good amount of your time, but we also now we have the understanding of how to make an alarm setup for a museum. So, thank you for actually joining me, and hope I'll do an update on all of our little things here. Let's disable ADT because I'm gonna actually look at the museum. Alright. See, we can open and close the doors. We have our sensors working, and we also have everything else. So, our lesson was pretty simple. Well, not really, it was kind of a pain in the butt, but we understand that. Because I want to show you the diagram so you guys can take a snapshot. So, in case of anything. So, now since we set this up, we could either save it, which requires us to rewire the whole thing, which I'm not going to do. So, you know what I like doing? Taking a snapshot, due to my handy dandy paint, press paste, and voila. This is the alarm system that we can save. Alright. Hopefully this gives you a nice demonstration. There's also our light switches here, which needs to be done, which we can keep going on. Just remember all of the things here, or go back to your reference or notes. It's okay to take notes. Alright, that's the end of this video, and I hope you have a good one.